So here's a brief tutorial on how to create Google Slides presentations for assignments 3.1 and 3.2. So I created a folder in my temporary folder called examples. So I will create a new Google Slides presentation over here. Alright, and this works very much like PowerPoint, so you can add slides over here and you can add things to the slides, images, and write something and do some drawing. Alright, so first thing we do is that we name the file correctly. So I just copied the name of the assignment here. This is 3.2. You do it the same for 3.1. Okay, and then you copy this again, and I think, yeah, you can like paste without formatting, so Control-Shift-V you do here. Alright, okay, and you delete the subtitle, we don't need it. We can just make this a tiny bit smaller, the text size. So where is it? Just that one will be enough. Alright, okay. So that's my title. You can format it, of course, but you play with it. And I will just add a new slide over here. And in this new slide, I will start working. So in assignment 3.1, what you do is that you select an image and insert it. So let me just make this text a little smaller. We will need some text over here. And then we say insert image, and we insert it by URL. So I just find an image I want to discuss. Okay, and I will copy the URL and paste it here and say insert. So my image is here and I can write things about it. So about every detail, about every visual element that I see here, and which I think it is important for transmitting some sort of information, some sort of message, I can write my comments about it. And also, if I want to show some detail more clearly, what I can do is I can crop this image. So let me imagine that I find this figure of this guy in some way interesting by means of giving you some information. So I just crop my image to the detail that I think is important, like with a crop tool like this, and then I can blow it up, alright, so that I see only this portion of the image which I want to discuss. And imagine that I find this hand interesting, so I have to highlight that so that the viewer sees clearly what I'm talking about. So let me take an ellipse here, create an ellipse around this hand like this, and I will make it transparent, and I will make the outline red and maybe slightly thicker, like make 3 pixels so that I can see it. So I'm talking about this hand. I can also, for more clarity, like take an arrow here and point it to this hand. Again, I'll make it red and 3 pixels so that it's nicely visible. And then I add and write something here about this hand. Yeah, so in assignment 3.1, every visual element I want to discuss, we have to do it this way. So I will have to add a new slide, like let me create a copy of the slide here, alright, and if I want to talk, say something about the colors, for example, what I can do is, again, I can now make this one bigger, alright. So imagine I'm talking about this crocodile here, alright, and I want to say that I somehow, let me delete this, I somehow find this line interesting. Okay, so what I can do, I can use that here, the scribble tool, then I can draw here, and I will say that I think that this curved line is something that gives me a feeling of motion. Alright, so I make this one red again, I make it thicker again, and maybe I make it dotted so that it doesn't interfere with the image. So this is the line I'm talking about. So again, I write something about this. And so for every detail I'm discussing, show the detail really clearly, the one that you're talking about, and then write in detail what you think, why this is important for giving the viewer some information or emotion. Alright? So then, after you've done this, so imagine, let me make a copy of the slide again. So imagine that you have a certain amount of slides here with certain amount of comments written about certain portions of your image. Alright? And then in assignment 3.2 you have to sort these by the levels. So what I will do now is that I will create a new slide here. Okay, and I will call it the figurative level. Alright, so let me delete this one, and I will create a copy and another copy of these slides. I'm sorry, so just duplicate the slide. I'm doing this with right click, and the next will be the symbolic level. Okay, and the next one will be the abstract level. Okay, and then what I will do, I will sort the slides that I have here. So imagine this is about, this sign here works on the symbolic level, so I will sort it in here, and this works on the figurative level, so there is something, some object that I can recognize and that means something. Alright, and then and this also works on the figurative level here. Alright, and this works on the abstract level. So I sort all my slides like this under these three titles. And so that's how this assignment should be done. Alright, and then I've named the file correctly. I have the title here, so I will just close it, and then I discover that I have this presentation already in my folder. If I click and open it, so I will see that it has been saved already. So you don't have to save it, you just close it. Alright, so that's all about these assignments. Thank you very much.